Hidden in a small town named Veldhoven in the Netherlands, with a modest population of just 45,500 people, lies a secret capable of shaking the entire world. Why would a seemingly peaceful place become the focal point of global superpowers? The answer lies in the silent activities happening behind the scenes, activities with the potential to reshape the future of humanity, ushering us into a new era or pushing us to the brink of catastrophe. It's a force that could awaken an old empire once again.
Welcome to the Rot River, a place that holds a part of a tumultuous and wondrous history. Around the 10th century, only a few dozen residents lived along this peaceful river. But over time, those pioneers transformed the small area into a bustling village with over 500 people. However, as the village began to grow and expand, a massive flood suddenly struck, sweeping away most of the infrastructure and plunging the area into devastation. For the next 100 years, this land was nearly impossible to recover. But a miracle happened. From the ruins, this area was reborn and became one of the greatest economic projects in human history. In the middle of the 13th century, a dam was built along the Rot River, bringing new life to the land that had been devastated by floods in the previous century. This construction not only restored the appearance of the region, but also opened a new chapter in the area's developmental history. Soon after, King William IV of the Netherlands officially incorporated the village into the country's territory and named it Rotterdam, inspired by the dam on the Rot River. To promote development, he announced the Rotterdam Canal project, facilitating easy access for ships to enter and exit the city. Little did anyone know, this project would lay the foundation for groundbreaking changes in the world as we know it today. By the 1300s, the canal not only facilitated transportation but also became a powerful driving force behind the local economy, propelling Rotterdam to grow into an important economic hub. However, at that time, maritime technology and international trade were still limited, which meant that the port and Rotterdam Canal primarily served trade between neighboring countries. But history soon witnessed a pivotal turning point. The race to become the next great empire of the world had begun. Spain, Portugal, and England pioneered the invention of advanced maritime technologies, expanding their territories and influence across the world. In the centuries that followed, globalization and the wave of colonization spread, making the port of Rotterdam one of the largest global trade hubs. In the 1600s, while empires like England, Spain, and Portugal focused their efforts on territorial expansion and conquering vast lands, the Dutch took a different path. Instead of widespread occupation, they concentrated on strategically controlling a few countries, establishing trading posts, fortresses, and efficiently exploiting resources. At this time, the Netherlands shifted its economic policy towards a free market approach, allowing widespread property ownership and making significant investments in agriculture and technology. It was this bold step that led the Netherlands to be recognized as the first modern economy in the world, laying the foundation for the remarkable achievements that followed. The Netherlands quickly rose to become a powerful trading empire, controlling the flow of global goods and determining which nations had access to vital resources such as spices, rye, and luxury items. By 1671, half of Europe's trade depended on Dutch ships, passing through two key ports, Rotterdam and Amsterdam. What is truly remarkable is that, during the peak of great empires like England, Spain, and Portugal, the Netherlands, with a population of just around 2 million people, dominated global trade and became the heart of the world economy. So, what happened to this magnificent trading empire? The answer lies in the dramatic historical events that unfolded behind the scenes. Even after the process of decolonization ended, the Netherlands quietly maintained its position as one of the largest trading powers in the world. Take a look at the list of top exporting countries. Familiar names like China, the United States, and Germany often lead. This makes perfect sense due to their large populations and developed industries. But can you guess who the next largest exporter is? Maybe the UK or France, the former great powers? Or Brazil, India, or Indonesia with their large populations and rising manufacturing sectors? No, the answer is the Netherlands. Although the current population of the Netherlands is just under 18 million, the country remains a crucial link in the global trade chain. Rotterdam continues to hold the position of the busiest port in Europe and the second busiest in the world, after Asia. Europe's trade flow still concentrates through this port, just as it did during the height of the Dutch Empire. But there is something special in recent years that has demonstrated the extraordinary power of this country. In 1984, a Dutch company named ASML was founded, marking an important step in the high-tech industry. This joint venture between two companies, ASM International and Philips, is headquartered in the town of Veldhoven. ASML specializes in producing advanced tools for manufacturing computer chips, an essential component in devices such as phones, tablets, and computers. These chips are then sent to leading global corporations like Apple, contributing to products that transform the way we live and work. This not only helps the Netherlands maintain its pivotal role in global trade, but also showcases the creativity and technological prowess of a small yet highly influential nation. In summary, if you want to manufacture any smart electronic device, that journey almost always begins with ASML. Initially, ASML was just a small player in the vast market of semiconductor equipment manufacturers. However, as the computer chip industry has grown increasingly complex over the past 60 years, very few companies have managed to keep up. Computers fundamentally operate using transistors, critical components that were once as large as 1 centimeter in length. Over time, the size of transistors has been significantly reduced, enabling computers to become increasingly powerful and efficient. This is the essence of Moore's law, a principle predicting that the number of transistors on a chip will double approximately every 2 years, driving exponential growth in processing power. The miniaturization of transistors is not merely a technical advancement, it has revolutionized the computer industry, laying the foundation for the development of the smart devices we use today. Along this journey, ASML has emerged as a leader, providing indispensable technology to chip manufacturers worldwide. In the late 1990s, scientists from the U.S. Department of Energy warned that Moore's law, which predicts the continuous growth of computing power, would no longer hold true as transistors could not be made any smaller. This implied a plateau in computing power, a concerning prospect. However, scientists discovered a groundbreaking solution: extreme ultraviolet lithography, EUV, a revolutionary method for manufacturing computer chips. And yes, you guessed it, the only company to experiment with and succeed in mastering this technology was ASML. From the early 2000s to 2018, ASML relentlessly refined and perfected EUV technology. The turning point came in 2018 when ASML successfully produced the most advanced computer chip-making machine in the world. If transistors in the 1960s were as long as 1 centimeter, ASML has now enabled the creation of components as small as 3 nanometers, the size of a DNA strand. This achievement propelled ASML far ahead of its competitors, establishing it as one of the first modern monopolies, with absolute control over who can access the world's most advanced chip technology. ASML and the geopolitical battle. ASML's success has not only made it the most valuable technology company in Europe, but also placed it at the center of the technological and geopolitical battle between the United States and China. In today's era, the ability to produce advanced chips translates to a significant edge in technology and economics. A nation falling behind by even 1 generation in technology faces substantial disadvantages in areas such as artificial intelligence, military capabilities, and economic productivity. To maintain its dominance, the United States has exerted pressure on the Netherlands and Japan to limit China's access to advanced chip technology. This has forced companies wishing to utilize ASML's technology to manufacture outside of China. China strikes back. However, China is not standing idly by. In recent years, China has ramped up its research and development of its own chip technology, but experts predict that it will take at least a decade for China to catch up with ASML. To increase pressure, the United States announced a $76 billion program aimed at bringing chip manufacturing back to the U.S., reducing dependence on other countries, including China. A series of advanced chip manufacturing projects, many of which utilize ASML technology, have been launched in the U.S. Port of Rotterdam and China. While ASML and the Netherlands seem to align with the U.S. in the technological battle, the situation is different in the realm of trade. The Port of Rotterdam, which handles 50% of its business with China, plays a crucial role in Beijing's Belt and Road Initiative. With heavy investment from COSCO, China's major shipping company, Rotterdam has become a strategic transportation hub for China in Europe. Veldhoven, a small town, big power. Veldhoven, a small town with a population of just around 45,000 people, a third of whom work for ASML, holds significant influence over the future of global superpowers. Whether through technology or trade, the Netherlands, and particularly ASML, has created a secret superpower that is shaping the global order in ways few could have imagined.